Everybody, welcome back to Planet X News, August 9th, 2019. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a final update on the smart meter situation that myself and Dr. Albers has been going through, and the quick fix. Tested and approved by me. I know to some of you that may not mean a lot, but this is a quick fix. It is under $20. And very, very easy to install. And no, it is not one of those dreaded smart meter covers, but I'm going to give you guys all of the information I prepared. Like a 10-minute video earlier this afternoon, and I took some readings the last couple of days, and everything seems to be going very, very well. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to get their notifications from the boob tube. And I'm going to turn on the live chat here, so you guys just hang tight with me for a second. Oh, boy. Alrighty then. Okay. Yeah, and it's a Friday night. Let me just set this up here. Get that bad boy going. Yeah, anyways, folks, this whole smart meter situation, boy, it's been a real pain in the ass. And, repeatedly I've been going back and forth with this damn electric company, and they're not going to do anything about it. That's just a guarantee. But anyways, over the last 10 days, that's all I've been doing. I've been burning the candle at both ends. I have my own business that takes up, 8 to 10 hours of my day, and still maintaining all of the, Planet X investigations. And oh my goodness, what's happening around this world is just absolutely incredible. Yesterday and today, catastrophic tornadoes in different parts of Europe, Eastern Europe, I think Luxembourg, a couple other countries right around in that area, just absolutely devastated with tornadoes. And that's really kind of unheard of. So things are just, I don't know, they just seem to be completely out of control. So many things seem to be out of control. But anyways, let's cover this smart meter information real quick. I know there's a lot of debate out there about this, and I've read about it, in the years past. But until something actually, kind of affects your life, then you definitely want to look into it further. The evidence is overwhelming. I don't care what anybody says. I'll go debate anybody on this subject matter. I don't care if you're an electrical engineer. I don't care if you invented one of these smart meters. I'll debate you on it because I saw the proof for myself and we experienced it firsthand. Dr. Albers finished her antibiotic. The antibiotic made her just as sick as being exposed to the emissions from these smart meters. But anyways, I ordered that fabric. They're actually called RF frequency patches. I'm going to get into all of that. I'll show you the company that manufactures them. You get 2 of them, 10 inches by 12 inches. They're absolutely fantastic. It has an adhesive backing, and for $16, you get 2 sheets. And that is more than enough to cover 1 meter. But remember, I had 3 of them placed in my damn yard. 13 feet from the bedroom window at ground level. So Dr. Albers has been feeling the effects of this for, almost 2 years, because we actually, in October, will be in this new house, 2 years. So that's critical. That's That's a lot of radiation, man, to slowly absorb. Matter of fact, just to show you, I mean, I was hearing some interference. I had my cell phone entirely too close to my computer, and I could hear interference crackling in the background. So that just goes to show you, these cell phones, they emit their own radio frequency. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and play this short video that I did this morning, and I already installed that fabric around the smart meter. And again, it has an adhesive background. It's very, very thin, and you can measure, cut, and like I say in the video, if you have a little bit of arts and crafts experience from like 3rd grade, I think any one of you can handle this. So I'm going to go ahead, jump out of this thumbnail, and I'm going to pull up that video for you guys, and you can check it out. So just bear with me for a second. Okay, let's get rid of that thumbnail. I'm going to go ahead and shrink my head down a little bit there. I'm going to just stop it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my microphone off. I'm going to sit here and sip on my Red Bull, and you guys can listen to this report. And I'm going to show you how I wrapped these meters, and you're going to see the results. I was very, very impressed. Look, man, it takes a lot to impress me because I'm super analytical. I question everything. In a sales situation, I'm a salesman's worst nightmare. So check this out. The results were absolutely impeccable. And then I'm going to tell you another little story that has hit home dealing with these smart meters. Just happened to a friend of mine, and it involves her 11-year-old son. I'll tell you about it shortly. Watch this video. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News. It is August 9th, 2019. And this is going to be my last segment on these smart meters. I just wanted to give everybody an update, and I think I found a solution, and a very inexpensive solution, for the radiation emissions from the smart meters, the RF frequency, the electromagnetic frequency. I told all of you that I was ordering this material that blocks RF radiation and EMF frequencies. I just got it yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and walk over here a little bit. And you can see I've wrapped each meter on the outside with this material. Let me go ahead and get over this way. Now the top meter right here, this is mine. So I actually wrapped this twice. And these ones belong to my neighbors. So I've wrapped these just with a single piece of this material. Now, it comes with an adhesive back, so it's very easy to use. You can cut it with just a regular pair of scissors or a utility knife, and you can fit this and stick it right around your dreaded smart meter. So whenever I took these initial readings, they were absolutely off the chart. They were ranging anywhere from 1400 milligauss all the way up to 23, 24, 25, 2600 milligauss. Now, again, bedroom window, it's only right there. So I'm just going to go ahead, walk on over here. Now I'm literally standing right next to the bedroom window, and you can see how close those meters and that electrical box are to this bedroom window. So I've already had several pretty big arguments with the folks at First Energy Electric. And, you know, they won't do anything to correct this issue. They claim, just like every other electric company does, that these smart meters don't give off any radiation more than what your cell phone does. Well, that is a complete stinking lie. Flat out lie, folks. Listen, here's the deal. For the last 2 weeks, all I've been doing is researching and researching and researching and reading report after report after report and nightmare after nightmare of people having serious medical issues. You know, and some of them even involved children. Children getting migraines. Some of these reports even linked these frequencies to childhood leukemia. Childhood leukemia. I mean, that is absolutely awful. Many years ago, one of the employees at my dad's company, their child had leukemia, and he didn't live past his 12th birthday. So it's very, very sad. And I don't think that we as a people should have to go through this. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Even electricians, well, let me rephrase this. The majority of electricians will tell you that these smart meters can be dangerous. If they're not installed properly, you do not want one of these on the corner of your house where you sleep. That's the bottom line. You don't want them anywhere near where you spend a lot of time. And let's face it, well, if you're like me, you only sleep maybe 3 hours, 4 hours a day. But for most people, hey, they get that 8 hours, 10 hours, and you are being subjected to this onslaught of RF radiation and electromagnetic frequency radiation. These frequencies are killing people, and they're causing people to have very, very serious issues. So, let's get back to this material. This material is of military grade. It's very inexpensive. You can get 2 10-inch by 9-inch sheets. They're called RF frequency patches. They have the adhesive backing on them. And you get 2 sheets for $16 plus the shipping. You'll get it in about 3 to 5 days. Now, I got the material in and I decided, okay, let's check this out. Let's see if this stuff actually does what it says it's going to do. Because I'm going to be quite frank, folks. There's a lot of people that are getting scammed by these smart meter covers. Now, here's the thing with the smart meter covers. If the electric company comes out and they're doing something with your meter and they're checking it out, they're doing a reading, whatever, and they see a smart meter cover over the meter, they have the legal right to confiscate it, and you can actually be fined or arrested for tampering with a utility. That's just absolutely ridiculous. So you're trying to protect yourself, and they're trying to arrest you for protecting yourself and your family. That's just complete nonsense, but that is how the law works. So anyways, let me see here. I got 2 hands here. And take the, got the sun behind me, so it might be a little hard to see this. So these readings on the top meter, they were roughly between 12 and 1300 gas milligas. So once I installed this, here, good, the sun's going down. Okay, there's the reading now. Look at that. Let's go to the bottom one here. There we go. Let me get that view in there. Look at that. What a freaking difference. You guys see that? Look at that. Now, remember, that number, let me set this phone back up here. That number was 13, 14, 1500. And at one point, when my buddy came out, who is a certified electrical contractor, and he brought some of his equipment out, we had readings that were 26, 2700 milligas. And he said, look, Scott, yeah, this isn't even right, man. And again, being that close to a bedroom window, and you're spending 8 hours, 10 hours, who knows how long you're sleeping at night, whatever, you are being irradiated by these RF frequencies. Now, let's take the meter. Let's walk on over here. Let me get this up here. And let me see if I could get that so you can see it. There you go. So that's right at the window, right on the window. So the same reading is inside. And that's pretty, oh, there goes my cell phone. Let's pick that bad boy up and put it back up there. So that's about the same reading that it should be, about 0.4, 0.5, 0.6 gas, milligas. So I think we've solved the problem. You know, well, I got two orders of those patches. So you get two 10-inch by 9-inch patches for $16. I ordered 2 sets, $32. I got it in 5 days. It came in a tube, and the company is absolutely fantastic. And they're now using this material for military applications. And I'm going to go over all of the website information with you guys. Don't buy a smart meter cover. It's a waste of money. This material right there, this stuff solved my problem. So for you guys that don't have 3 smart meters in your freaking yard, all you need is 1 order of these patches, $16 plus the shipping and handling, a pair of scissors, and just a little, a little arts and crafts know-how. So yeah, I did a little bang up job over here, but I put a double whammy around this bad boy. And that's it. It's weather resistant, and it's hardly even noticeable. And here's the thing. If they come out and they want to remove the patch from the meters, they're going to have one hell of a time, because the adhesive backing is pretty damn strong. So that solved my issue with these damn smart meters in my yard. And I'm going to go ahead and just back up over here. And I'm back over here right by my the bedroom window, and you can see it's only about 13 feet. I think it's about 13 feet, between 10 and 13 feet. Okay. If they're on a post like this, that thing should be minimum 40 feet away from this bedroom window. But hey, the big electric companies, they don't give a damn. They don't care at all. And, look, this is pretty disgusting. Now, I know a lot of people made some comments, under some of the videos about Dr. Albers' illness, and just really, really ridiculous videos. Or, excuse me, not ridiculous videos, ridiculous comments. Okay, folks, I'm going to stop the video there. I was pretty much done. And you know me, I was right in the process of beginning one of my rants. So I'll save all of you that rant for today. This material is absolutely fantastic. You saw the results. It was instantaneous. I'm very, very impressed with this stuff. And for the cost, with the shipping, I think it's like under 20 bucks or $20, $16 for 2 of these sheets. And I made a mistake whenever I was doing this video. They are 10 inch by 12 inch. So I'll show you the ordering process. I'll show you the company. Company's absolutely fantastic, man. They make a whole array of these Faraday bags and Faraday products to protect all of your electronic devices. I mean, there are these scanners now that if somebody gets close enough to your purse or your wallet in your back pocket, they could actually scan and steal the information off of your damn credit cards, make a clone credit card, your debit card, whatever, and, you know, they could wipe you out. So the theft of information, you know, it's always been around, but technology, you know how it is, it gets better. And then the fight for the tech companies to try to thwart thieves, well, they have to spend more money. So costs of everything keep going up. But this material's fantastic, man. I kind of measured from the base right here of the smart meter. Actually, let me back up a little bit. Here we go. This is perfect shot. I measured. I just held the piece. It's very, very thin. And I just wrapped the whole piece around, marked my area where I was going to cut on both sides, laid it out flat on my table. I took a good pair of material scissors and just cut the strip. After I had the initial strip done, I went outside, I fitted it, and then I went back in and I used that as a template to cut out the rest of the pieces. Now, I had to order 2 sets because I had 3 meters in my damn yard. Most homes will only have 1. And 16 bucks, bingo, that's it. Now, whenever you go to apply this, be very, very careful because remember, that is a material. Don't do it in the wind. It was windy today here, and you can see how jacked up my job was. I was, you know, it was kind of hard. And if you get the adhesive backing and the material folds over and touches adhesive to adhesive, you're screwed. You're not going to get it. You're not going to peel it back. The adhesive is very, very strong on this material, but it's fantastic. So it took me 2 pieces. And I wrapped it all around. I actually have some excess left over. And I think that I am going to make a small box. Actually, I could use a piece of PVC. I just got a new router from my cable company. And I bumped up to the 1G internet service, and the modem is new, so it's kind of like a cylinder, and it's about this big. And I have it in my closet, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of PVC pipe, and big enough diameter where I can slip it right over top of that router. I'm going to put a PVC cap on top. And I'm going to wrap the outside of the PVC pipe with that material. So there are a lot of applications for this stuff. They even make material. If you wanted to utilize it as a curtain, you can. They even have regular tape. This is just an absolutely fantastic product. I was reading nightmare after nightmare after nightmare about the smart meter covers. There is no way to regulate the industry. You don't know if some guy is making them in his garage and just using some kind of heavy screen mesh material. And it's not worth, and it doesn't do anything. I mean, I was reading a lot of bad stories on these products. They range from $120 to $150. And they all claim to be 98% as far as blocking the RF and EMF. So after spending that kind of money, and if it doesn't work, there's a lot of fly-by-night companies out there. As my electrical friend said, he said, look, don't go for the expensive quick fix. Try the cheaper material and see what happens. And it just so happens that this material is absolutely fantastic. Now, here's another thing. Be very careful, because there are a whole bunch of companies out there now that are claiming that they have similar materials. I can't verify that the damn things worked because I bought it from this company. This company had the best record, the best numbers, the best reviews, and I just wanted to take a chance on it, and it worked. So I'm going to clip over to their website so you guys can check this out. Let me go ahead and get out of that video. We'll get rid of this. And we'll jump over here. I'll give you guys all the link information for this. They have a little quick video here. I'll go ahead and I'll play it for you guys. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here. You could actually download that video also. There's a little download button right there. You could download it if you want to put together your own video and help out your own friends and families. Put it out there on Facebook because, folks, this is a very, very serious issue. As I was saying just before I started that video, a very, very good friend of mine, for the longest time now, for about a year, her little boy has been constantly complaining and waking up with very, very severe headaches, almost, like a migraine. He missed a lot of school last year because it was causing, nausea, and his grades went down substantially. He was just missing a lot of school. He was constantly irritable, very, very irritable in the morning. Now, I know all kids are irritable in the morning whenever they got to get up and go to school, but this was definitely out of character. My friend, she's a very strict mother. Her kids don't test her. And, it was totally out of character. Doctor visit after doctor visit after doctor visit. And, they just couldn't figure it out. The little boy even had 2 MRIs and things were still, progressing. She couldn't figure it out. He was also having, flu-like symptoms constantly, but never sick. The doctors would take, throat cultures. He was complaining of constant sore throats, of burning in the back of his throat. And, it just hit me. She was posting this information on Facebook for the last year and, warning other mothers about, hey, my kid's sick. Something must be going around the school, blah, blah, blah. But here I called her and I said, hey, listen, let me ask you a few questions about your electric meter. And she saw my video and some of my posts on Facebook, and she said, I've been meaning to call you and ask you about this. And sure enough, while I was on the phone with her, she went outside. Now, her house is a ranch-style house. It's 1 floor, and she has a game room basement. So she went out to the side of the house, and she took a quick picture of the meter and sent it to me. And sure enough, it's the same damn smart meter I have. She lives in the same damn town. So whatever. And I told her, I said, well, look, let me stop over there later this afternoon. Let me take some readings on this. And she got very excited because when I asked her, I said, where is your son's bedroom? And she said, oh my God, it's on the other side of this wall. And his bed is right there in that corner. Right there in that corner. Which means the meter's on the side of the house. The kid's head is on the other side of the wall because his bed is in the corner. Oh my dear God. So if you read and you do your own investigative work on this, you'll find that these EMF frequencies, these RF frequencies, man, they go through everything and anything except lead. So whatever. So I told her, I said, look, I got a little bit of this material left. I'll wrap your meter. So I did just that, took care of hers. And whenever we took the initial readings, her meter was actually higher than mine. You know, I had 3 of them in my yard, but the range never got above 2,300. Well, whenever we did the tests on her meter, they were jumping from 2,700 to 2,900, and there was a flash I saw of 3,033. And then, but it was around the 2,700 milligas. And I said, wow, this is really, really bad. This is bad. And she agreed. So, I brought the material, cut it out, and I did a much better job on her installation. And it looks really, really good. We tested it. The frequency levels, they dropped all the way down to 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. That's fantastic. That's just absolutely insane for this material to do this. So it does work. And the people behind the company, they come from a variety of tech backgrounds and also private security backgrounds. So you'll see that within their products whenever you guys want to peruse through the whole entire website. I'll in the comments underneath this video, I will put a link to the website and the ordering of those patches, because this company, I'm going to go ahead and get into their products here. They make a whole array of products. I don't think any of us are going to need any of these products. However, they do make one product that is a Faraday encasement for a generator, a small generator. But here's the thing, folks. You can pretty much make your own covers with the material. Okay? You can customize things like I'm going to do with my router that I just got. And, it just clicked in my head. You can actually make a small encasement for your PC. You can do it with your cell phone also, but be careful. Your cell phone will end up not working because this will block GPS and all kinds of other things. So the material is pretty fantastic. You could read about it. You could read about the testing up here. You could read about the company. But here's the products. You click on products, and you can check out everything that they have. There's a whole variety of stuff, backpacks, and you name it. Now, here's the material, and that's if you want to make curtains, if you want to use the material to wrap something, but you have to be very, very careful. You can't just use regular tape because you'll have a seam that the frequency will be getting through. So they also make a Faraday tape, titanium or Titan RF Faraday tape. So you use that to tape the seams. And you could drape it over your PC. You could drape it over your Wi-Fi router, but you have to snug it down. You can't have any gaps or openings. So that's where the tape comes in. This is what I bought right here. These are the patches. All right. This is the big patch. Or excuse me, I'm sorry. This one right here. This is the one that is 10 inches by 12 inches. And again, the materials, it's like material. That's it. It has a very, very thin gloss backing, and you just peel it and adhere it and smooth it out. But again, I'm telling you right now, the adhesive backing on this product is strong. So if you fold it over, you're screwed. You're going to probably have to cut and start over. So you want to do one piece, and when you do the bottom, overlap it just a little bit. Okay. So you only have to cover the sides of these smart meters. That's what I'm finding out. So covering the sides is where the most transmission comes out of. Not out of that face. It's out of those sides, because those components are right in the middle of that smart meter. So here's the product right here. It works beautifully. You saw the results. $16. Gives you all of the information. They have an informational video here, and the guy is showing you right here with these products how to make a Faraday bag with this material. You can line the inside of your purse. You can use the material to the patches to put a cover over your wallet where your credit cards are. Yeah. So that blocks all of the, if somebody's trying to scan and steal your information from your credit card, they won't be able to catch anything. So I've seen that done. I've seen examples of that done, and that's just not even right, man. But this product is fantastic, folks. $16. You get the two bigger sheets right there. Now they have smaller ones, as you can see. They have a square one, rectangular one, and they'll give you the dimensions to them, if you want to check them out. But this is the sheet that I bought. I bought the 10-inch by 12-inch big sheet. You get two of them for $16. They have the brochures. If you guys want to download the brochure, it's in a PDF format, and you could read the brochure. You could pass it on to somebody, whatever you want to do. Ordering process, very, very simple. You're going to be ordering the large 10 by 12 or whatever you want, and then the quantity, however many you want. If you just have one smart meter, you only need one packet of the large. That's it. Because there's two sheets, and each sheet is 10 inches by 12 inches. What you're going to do, long ways like this, I'd say I didn't actually get the measurement. I just put a little hash mark where my measurement was. But I think you could probably get one, two, you could get three. You actually need two pieces, two strips about this long. So I'd say that they have a ruler right here. Bring it down. Seems to be about 4 inches, maybe 4 1/4. Some of the meters are by different manufacturers, so they may be a little bit different. But just size it up and tear a little bit of the backing off once you have your strip. Figure a point where you're going to start and only peel a small portion back easily. And then get that edge going, and then pull the adhesive and wipe it back with your hand to smooth it out at the same time. So if you're very, very uncoordinated, do not try this at home. Little bit of arts and crafts, folks. Some of you may not have done arts and crafts since 3rd grade, but hey, listen, man, if you want to be safe, you want to stop this radiation crap from entering into your home, here is the solution, man. the cheapest thing I could find, but the best quality. This company's fantastic, man. I'm pretty thrilled at this material. Like I said, be careful. Be careful. I found a bunch of other companies, even on Amazon and on eBay and on the internet, that make all of these promises about this material that they have, even this copper fibered material. But when you start looking at the reviews and you start investigating, you'll see very clearly the comments will be, oh, this didn't work. Oh, what a waste of money. Oh, I lost my money. Oh, this is junk. Bingo. This company had very, very good reviews. And in a roundabout way, they do say that their product is used highly in the military applications. So the material's fantastic, man. It worked perfectly fine. So I will put this information. I'll put all the links. I'll give it to you guys right now if anybody wants it in the live chat. And then what I will do is in the comments section right underneath this video, as soon as we're finished, give me about 2-3 minutes, I'll put the links to these patches. And again, remember, you want the 10-inch by 12-inch patch. If you want to order some of these other smaller ones, hey, more power to you. You can figure out things that you could do with them. Bookmark this site. Bookmark it. And hey, look, if you care about your friends and your family, you may want to, in a roundabout way, mention what knowledge you have. Because now I'm thinking more and more and more about my friend's son. They actually have another MRI set up for him on Monday morning. So this will be his, 1, 2, 3, this will be his third one. And I'm hoping that his exposure to, that smart meter right on the outside of his bedroom wall, right where his head is, man, that's just, oh my God. That's just absolutely insane. After seeing what Dr. Albers went through, and those meters being about, 10 to 13 feet away, it starts to hit home. So anyways, she's doing, pretty good. Her legs have healed up nicely, and she has to get her strength back from that antibiotic. That antibiotic was, that's enough to make you sick also. It was very, very strong, twice a day, and it literally broke her down. But she just finished it yesterday, and she has to get that out of her system now, and we'll see how things go. So I'm very impressed by this product, man. Just absolutely the best. Smart meter covers. Remember, folks, they could confiscate them. They don't have to give them back to you. And you could be prosecuted for putting that type of device over the meter. Now, wrapping a fabric around it? I checked all kinds of laws in different states. And, there's a fine line with meter tampering. You're not trying to steal electricity. That's one good thing. But it's better to be safe than be sorry. That's just common sense, man. So under $20, you can take care of the issue. And check this out. This company even has their own app, a specially designed app. Once you buy the material, you could download their app from the Android store, and I think they do have it for Apple. I'm pretty sure they do. And the app is free, and they're like, hey, test our material, man. Test it out. It's already proven. So I'm definitely recommending it. And again, small little house repair, $16. If you don't do it and your smart meter is close to an area where you spend a lot of time, you need to do this. You definitely need to do it. So it's up to you, folks. Real quick, let me jump out of here. I was looking at some information. Oh, I don't want to go over here. Let me get back over here. I'm tired as hell. I've been burning the candle with both ends, for the last 2 weeks. Getting up 3 a.m. and not really getting to bed till 9 or 10 o'clock at night straight through. So it's been a hell of a 2-week run. There was a story and information that came out. I actually saw it on Twitter. And, I'm going to be pretty honest. When I first saw it, I thought it was, just kind of a bullshit story. People, I'm finding now that the disinformation, the misinformation, Planet X, Nibiru, what's happening to our Earth. I mean, man, there are people out there now that are just jumping on the bandwagon. Tens of thousands of people, if not millions of people by now, and everybody is starting from the very, very beginning. They're going through the whole Nibiru thing. Nibiru's real, Zachariah Sitchin, Carlos Ferrada. I mean, they're making their way all the way up the scale to the point where if they come across me, they get their bubble burst, But these people, I'm seeing that all of these people now are claiming to be like complete experts on the subject, and they're simply rehashing old material from 7-8 years ago, and even 3 and 4 years ago, and people better be leery of it. That's all I got to say, because it will confuse you. I think it's being done on purpose. So be very careful what you watch, what you listen to, and what you believe. So anyways, getting into this story, I saw this tweet by a doctor of, she was, I think, a astrophysicist, an astronomer. And she was actually trying to verify what this guy caught on his telescope. So there was a large meteor strike. It hit Jupiter August 7th, 2019, seen from Earth. Now, not with the naked eye, but with a telescope. Here's the actual photograph. And you can see this little white dot right there, little white dot right there. That little white dot is not a planet or a moon. That was actually a very large meteor impact. Now, we all know how big Jupiter is. It's a massive, massive gas giant planet. If any of you remember the Schumann-Levy 9 impacts into Jupiter many, many moons ago, what has it been, 25 years or more? That was spectacular. Out of nowhere, this meteor, boom, and this guy catches it. So there is some video of it. I wrote up a whole article on it, gathered information from a couple of different sources that were credible. And the guy's name is Ethan Chappell. Pointed his telescope at the gas giant at just the right time. Excuse me. Capturing the white spot seen on the lower left side of the planet in the above images on August 7th. Now here's the video right here. I'm going to go ahead and blow it up. You'll see right there. Now I know to all of you, it will replay. I know to all of you, oh, that may not mean, anything. But folks, last couple of weeks, we've had a whole bunch of near-Earth objects right here on planet Earth. So here we go. You know how big Jupiter is. So this guy's using his own backyard telescope. He's got that big of a view of Jupiter for us to see that little white dot. Do you realize how big of an explosion and impact that really was? That was pretty damn big. So again, what is it? We're going to run out of time. One day, sooner or later, all of the conspiracy nuts, well, that conspiracy is going to be true when one of these damn things blasts the Earth like it has for millions of years, as the scientists say. But if you know anything about the laws of probability, if you study the laws of probability and understand it well, the odds are against us. Simply because we're seeing more and more and more near-Earth objects. So when the laws of probability kick in, what does that mean? Well, in this case, it means your luck's run out. And the odds of the Earth getting hit by an object, because there are more of them, increases. So don't fall for any of the statistics that the professionals give out there. Oh yeah, we got a 1 in 250 billion chance of a meteor striking the Earth. Oh, okay. Well, tell that to the people in India when the one crashed out in the field and they dug it out of the ground just, a week, 10 days ago? So I thought this was pretty significant for somebody to actually capture that at the right time, at the right place, because you know what? We may have never even noticed this or seen it. So keeping an eye on everything that's going on out there in the cosmos, I think is very, very important. And for us to see that little tiny, what looks like a little tiny impact, well, if you just think about the size of Jupiter, which you really, really can't, you only know by what you read. You've never seen anything like this up close. So it's even like the Earth. People think that the Earth is small, but, the Earth is pretty big. So that was a pretty big explosion. This full article is on the Planet X News website. You guys can check it out. I'll put the link in the description box and also in the comments section. And I'll give it to you guys right now. You can check it out. You can read the information. And I want to, go ahead and address one quick thing here, man. Anywho, let me jump out of here and pull this piece of video up. I think it's this here. I already had a whole bunch of people contacting me about a few other people's videos. Did you see that thing just whip by the sun? Let me stop it. Oops. Let me see if I could stop it. It's hard to do on this video. Well, you see how it goes black like that? That was the moon No, it won't even do it. Damn it. That was the moon passing by, the SDO. No Nibiru, no Planet X, no UFOs, nothing more than the moon. I don't even know how many emails and messages because of other people, kind of sensationalizing. They want views. They want Facebook friends, and I don't know, man. They're just pretty stupid if you ask me. But if you go over to the SDO website, which we will do right now, I'll show you something. I think I recorded it. Yeah, I actually posted this information also. You go here to mission. Drop down menu. Go to where is SDO? Now, there are videos right here. I'll go ahead and expand my screen. These are actual real-time videos, animation, showing you where the SDO spacecraft is. See, SDO is like kind of out in front of Earth, but it's in a geosynchronous orbit with the Earth. So it kind of never moves. But we do have the moon that orbits around the Earth, and it does get in the way. And sometimes it gets in the way twice in 24 hours. So this gives you all of the information on the SDO spacecraft, where it's at. This talks about the role that it does to recalibrate itself. And this shows you where the moon is. And it shows you just a few more things. This stuff is real technical. But the other day, whenever that occurred, where you saw that object go flying by, if I put it in my video player, I could slow it down and show you. A couple of people did asinine videos on it. One guy was claiming that, I think he was claiming that it was a large mothership, but it's nothing more than the moon. So on that day, you see the moon right there. It shows it to you. And this is the orbit right here. See, the SDO never leaves that little figure 8 pattern. It never leaves. It transmits right down to white sands. That's it. So it's always with the Earth in that same spot. As the Earth rotates, the SDO spacecraft is with it. So it was nothing more than the moon, folks. And if you see somebody making whack videos about it, leading other people astray, call them out on it, man. Call them out on it, because I'm going to tell you this much. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter that are spreading a lot of bad information. That's all I'm going to say. It is what it is. Matter of fact, let me jump out of here. Pull this up. See that little object? You see that little object up there? Nothing more than Mercury. That's it. And you see right here where they have the little gray box over the planet. Well, the reason why they do that is it automatically blocks out the planet's illumination from the sun, because it affects the camera. That's why they have the black occulter right there. Well, you can't put an occulter on that planet, so they'll put a little gray box over to block it out. I think the computer system actually does that. But over here, you can see it on the last go see too. Oh dear God, man, the people are just really, I don't know, shit for brains. That's a good word for them, shit for brains. You know, instead of doing a little bit of homework and finding out, they rather just, scare the shit out of people and sensationalize something that really isn't true. And that is that, one guy saying that, oh, wow, we have 3 days to live. One guy was like, Nibiru's going to be here in 1 month. We're all doomed. All of that stupid shit. It's just completely untrue. Right now, it's getting to the point, the 8th of the month. Now, remember the timeline that I talked about before, folks. The first 7 to 8 days, that object is below the ecliptic. It's actually coming back up right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to answer some questions here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and just pull that up. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let me find my diagram. So during this time of the month, this is 8th, 9th, 10th, this object will be coming up. See, this is below the ecliptic. I actually put this blue line in this diagram. I added Earth. The arrow signifies the rotation direction this way. Don't worry about Mercury right now because Mercury's not positioned, not exactly in that point. But as for a reference, as this object moves around every month, right about at the end of the month, it drops below the ecliptic. It takes about 8 to 10 days for it to make its little loop below the ecliptic and start coming back up. By getting close to, the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, that's when it starts coming up and breaking the plane of the ecliptic again. And we normally have a good opportunity to get another picture of it or another sighting, another capture of it. It all depends. Normally, we're going to probably see some disturbances on the western limb of the sun, which would be if you're looking at the SDO, it would be the right side of the sun. We're going to be looking for disturbances slightly below the sun's equator, about the 4 o'clock position, and then right at the 3 o'clock position, and then maybe between the 2 and 1 o'clock position. And then on the backside, that will be about the middle of the month. But during that time, from the middle of the month to about the 21st, 22nd, we won't see it again. And then as we get to the last, about 5 or 6 days of the month, we get one more sighting of it as it's making its way and breaking the plane of the ecliptic. That usually causes disturbances on the eastern limb of the sun, which would be the left side. So, I mean, look, folks, I'm just not making this stuff up. You're talking about four straight years of data, 2 straight years on this 28-day orbit. There is no other answers. I mean, I haven't seen anybody, anywhere close to explaining this or even discovering this like I have. I don't care about Gil Broussard or anybody else. They don't show you anything. They show you no proof. So this is what we're going to be looking at. Remember the earthquake report that I did for August 2019. It got off to a pretty, active start, and things seem to be kind of moderate. We've had some high 5s earthquakes Bunch of fours, bunch of threes. Nothing really, major to write home about. But in about 3 to 5 days, that's probably going to change because this object's going to be coming upward. It's going to be breaking the plane, the ecliptic. And that's where we may see more interactions with the sun. And that output is what's going to induce larger earthquakes here on Earth. So again, it's a crapshoot, but all of the numbers are pointing to these times of the month. So it is what it is. So once again, let's take a look at this all together. So in about 3 to 5 days, and it could even possibly happen tonight or tomorrow, we may start to see substantially larger earthquakes. We might start popping, the 6, 6.2, possibly even a 7. We'll see what happens. But listen, folks, look, I know a lot of you guys follow a lot of people on Facebook, and you have a lot of Facebook friends, and I know you watch a lot of YouTube stuff on this subject matter. But listen, don't believe everything that you're seeing out there on YouTube land and Facebook land. A lot of disinformation. And I've noticed that it has increased substantially over the last couple of months. And some of the things that people are putting out there are legitimately ludicrous. But, people believe it. Oh, I got a super chat from T. Lee. Right on. But I've been very, very busy, folks. I mean, I've been keeping a very good and close eye on everything. And like I said before, I can come on here and I can make a video or 2 videos or 3 videos every single day just talking about a bunch of nonsense. But I think at this point in time, critical information is what is important. So, according to the times of month, when we're going to see an interaction with this object interacting with the sun, therefore those interactions, that also affects the Earth eventually. So that is the big problem. That's a big, big problem. I've mentioned before, going into this solar minimum, we've crept into it now. Things are just really, really hard to predict. Everybody has an idea. Everybody thinks they have the evidence. I'm one of them. So I guess it's up to you guys to kind of figure out who's really telling you the truth. And that's it. But things should start to ramp up here within the next 3 to 5 days. I wish they wouldn't, but they are. I wanted to make a little observation also real quick. Have any of you noticed what it looks like outside when the so-called sun is up there in the sky? It's about that time of year here in the Northern Hemisphere where when you're outside on a sunny day, doesn't everything look like fluorescent light? I noticed it a couple times today. Stepped outside, looked around. I couldn't even see my shadow. Everything looked like I was in a studio. I had my safety sunglasses on, looked straight up, and just that bright crystal white intensity. And I took the sunglasses off, and looked around at eye level, and everything seemed so crisp. like I was under fluorescent lighting. The lighting everywhere just seemed, I don't know, weird. I first noticed that in 2016, driving down the road through my town, and I was sitting at a red light, and that's when I noticed it. Looking through the windshield of my car, I'm like, what the it looks like I'm in a studio. No shadows, crystal clear, bright white light. Blew my mind. And then I started making those observations constantly. I was getting that effect and started to notice that effect towards the end of July, August, and parts of September. And then it kind of fades away, that intensity or the effect that I was seeing. So the next time you're outside, check it out. Just kind of stand there, look around, make sure it's a kind of a crystal clear day, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was pretty weird, man. I know we get into the whole sun simulator effect and the whole 9 yards, but the lighting just didn't look right. It looked like a freaking LED light, like an LED spotlight. Here's something else. I noticed, again this year, being out in the sun, I was doing some yard work late afternoon, and the sun kept popping in and out of a few clouds. When it was not exposed, there was a nice gentle breeze. It was comfortable. And next thing you know, that cloud moves away, and those beams, that intensity, just literally lit me up. You could feel it burning on your skin. And then a cloud just kind of comes over, and you could feel the difference in the intensity of the heat. It's very, very odd. I've been noticing that, folks, nonstop since 2016 is when that all, no pun intended, but when it all came to light to me. That's when I really, really noticed it. So the next time you're out and about, kind of look around you, look how things look under that intense light. It's pretty weird, but you have to take your sunglasses off. You have to look at eye level. Don't look up at the sky. Just look at eye level. And look how things are illuminated by the light that's above you and how strange it looks. I still haven't put my finger on that, but it looks like you're in a damn studio. That's weird. But anyways, folks, I'm going to go and end this live stream. I've had a very long day. I'm tired as hell. I'm going to go get my 3 hours of sleep, and I'll be back at it. Take into consideration what I've said about these people and all of the disinformation that's out there. Be very, very careful who you're listening to and what you're watching. I do my best to help people out and answer their questions as much as possible when they ask my opinion on some of these others. It's usually not a nice one, because I usually see the garbage that they put out there. But anyways, folks, get those patches ordered. If you have questions on them, inbox me on Facebook. That's the fastest way. If you're friends with me on Facebook, that's the fastest way. Join our Facebook group, okay? Post pertinent information over there, and it's a great way for us to, again, all keep in touch. So we'll see how things pan out, too, over the next 3 to 5 days, as, once again, this object's going to make its way, break the plane, the ecliptic, and it's probably going to cause a few situations here on the sun, on the western limb, which would be the right side of the sun. Remember, probably somewhere around the 4 o'clock position, probably somewhere a few days later, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Excuse me. But anyways, folks, order those patches. Get your smart meter covered. If you have an old analog one, no need. If you do have a smart meter and it's on a wall where you spend a lot of time on the other side, or your kids are sleeping on the other side, listen, don't hesitate. Spend the $20. Get things done. If you have to go back and reference my video and take a look at how I wrap those meters, just do it. Just get it done. And I think it's a good move for the lousy $20. But anyways, folks, look, I'm out of here. Take care. Join our Facebook group. You guys can follow me on Facebook. You can check me out on Twitter. And always make sure that you are subscribed and stay tuned to Planet X News. I'd greatly appreciate it if you share the articles from the website and, naturally, the live stream videos. Take care, folks. Watch your weather. Things are getting a little crazy on different ends of the world. Pay attention to that weather. It's our worst nightmare. This is Scott from Planet X News. Thank you for watching, folks. Be safe. Take care.